Greetings, everyone. So I found this article, and it's from Puppet Masters. Cover-up of pedophile child sexual abuse in Scientology. And again, Mike Gormes is the reporter, 5 July 2012. I'm going to read some of it. It's very long, so I don't want to read the whole thing. When reading the stories of child sexual abuse and how Scientology management tried to cover them up, then remember there's a Scientology policy stating that Scientologists who are upstat, those doing very well and or making a lot of money for Scientology, should never be punished, while those who are downstat should be investigated. Gabriel Scott Williams reportedly was such an upstat person who was making lots of money for Scientology, and so victim Jennifer was to be stopped filing a complaint about the gruesome sexual and psychological abuse of Gabe Williams. See what happens when you keep telling, and in your delusion, telling yourself that children are adults and grown in child bodies? Source HCOPL1, September 1965, Ethics Protection. In short, a staff member can get away with murder so long as his statistic is up, and can't sneeze without a chop if it's down. When people do start reporting a staff member with a high statistic, what you investigate is the person who turned in the report. Yep. What is it, Darvo? Deny attack, reverse offender? Child rapist Gabriel Williams, Scientology sex assault nightmare. New York Post, 2 October 2005. A former Scientology staffer is breaking her silence about being sexually assaulted 100 times at age 16 and 17 by the church supervisor, Gabriel Williams. She was ordered to live with and then receiving threats and intimidating phone calls when she reported the abuse. Kind of sounds like, I mean, we all know they have slavery, but child sex slavery, maybe? I don't know. In a related civil suit brought by Stewart against Williams and the church, network marketing scam, really. She recently received, as part of the settlement, a generous monetary resolution, said her attorney. Although the church admitted no wrongdoing, it forked over about $700,000, sources say. Hush money. Gabriel Scott Williams, California registered sex offender profile display. Other files which were placed on this page temporarily, and the police files about the harassment, the Gorman family received, plus, the fair gaming. Unbelievable. Plus copies of the complaint against Scientologist rapist Gabriel Williams, who was convicted of sexual battery and sodomy, are now collected on a dedicated page. Okay, I'm going to try to go over there. Let's see what happens. I don't know what that was. Donald Anthony Strawn, State of Florida versus Donald Anthony Strawn. A Scientologist by the name of Donald Anthony Strawn, also known as Tony Strawn, was convicted in 1995 to 30 years in prison for sexually molesting 2 girls ages 11 and 13. The children were in his custodial care at the time. Scientology directed, under threat of expulsion, that the mother not report the incident. Where have we heard that before? To the proper authorities. Did you hear that, LAPD? LAPD! LAPD! Because the church could handle his aberration. Tony Strawn is currently incarcerated by the Department of Corrections, Florida. Clearwater. It probably came out of Clearwater. Letter of Yolanda Howell to Dennis Ehrlich auf Deutsch. So they got it in German too. One little baby I knew in the Sea Org got herpes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even want to read that again. I will, though, just so you guys hear it. One little baby I knew in the Sea Org got herpes during a cadet org epidemic. A 14-year-old girl disclosed to me how she and a few other little girls were leaving the cadet org in the daytime and performing sexual services for one of the girls' uncles in exchange for money. That's awful. And you know, they create this environment. First of all, they create an environment where predators are going to be just like bloodhounds sniffing for blood. And then these children with no parents, they don't have any money to spend because they don't give them any money. So I'm not saying that's okay to do, but it just created a sick environment. A man, and by the way, that, like, I don't even like how it's worded, but I'm not going to go down that road. A man who worked in the cadet org. Oh, you mean the Sea Org? Or no, the cadet org. Yes, that's different. Admitted he was sexually molesting the children. Wow, you don't say. Although these incidents were written up, as far as I know, they were never handled. So that, like, just goes to show you, like, the level of sickness and corruption here. It's just, there's so many people covering up, it's unreal. It's unreal. Sea Org equals Scientology members who signed a billion-year contract. Cadet Org equal program for children so their Sea Org parents can get on with their business. You know, not like raising their own children. Business within the organization. Gotta admit, the so-called mastermind, which I don't think he was the only person behind all this, but it's sick. It's just sick. Low Priority for Child Welfare by Adeline Dodbova. These were the children of dedicated Scientologists. Let's just stop giving them all these good titles. I'm sorry, like, I'm sure there's some good people in there, but they didn't do their parental duties. Ugh. Students' files revealed previous teachers' statements, there we go, of incidents of physical and sexual abuse. All of these cases were reported to the principal. The reports were handled by Scientology alone, please. Teachers dared not report these crimes on their own outside the school for fear of losing their jobs. That would have been the day I lose my job. Sure enough. Bye. There's a lot of jobs in the world. The Mace Kingsley Ranch by Astra Woodcraft. I was 13 years old. I think I was 13. Everyone had beer and got drunk. I think the first night or the second night I was up there, I was sitting next to him. You know what? I'm going to stop here. It's about that sicko Wally Hanks. Because if I go too deep into that, I might get this taken down or something. So I will put the link to the article in the description. Peace.